Are you in no contact, in separation with your person, and you're at a crossroads? So these two cards popped out when I was shuffling. So this is going to be the reading. We're going to do a collective no contact and separation reading because this is clearly a message somebody needs to find out. They need to hear. Is it your soulmate? Because I do see soulmate here trying to pop out at the bottom of the deck. This could be somebody that you're in separation with. You feel like this person has went cold on you and you don't know what your options are at this point. You just want them to come back home. You want them to give you the sense of stability and security back into the connection or the relationship, and they haven't yet. And you don't know what's going to happen. You maybe are trying to focus on your own happiness during no contact, but you could be struggling with it. So let's find out what's happening. What is going to be this turning point in this situation? Let's see what your energy is first. Okay, so it looks like you're trying to figure out, because you're at a loss, if this person is going to want to repeat the cycle with you. There's something about you feel a loss with the connection. You feel a loss because you don't have your soulmate. But there's also some regret that you have in your energy attached to you. So you could feel like you maybe are needing to strategize somehow on trying to figure out if this is going to come back together. So maybe you're trying to come up with a game plan. You're trying to create an idea of what you're going to do next. Let's see what your person's energy is while in no contact. What's the collective's person's energy? No contact and separation at this time. Okay, so they are being quiet. They're mirroring you. So whatever you're thinking and feeling, even though you don't know what they're thinking and feeling, it's the same exact thing. There's something that maybe happened in the connection that triggered both of you, created some type of fight or misunderstanding that caused the breakdown. Your person is spending time by themselves also, trying to understand what to do next. They're trying to also figure out what the next course of action is for them. There are things within the connection that your person feels were not okay. Could be things that you said or you did that created the breakdown in the connection. And you may feel that because you do have regret in your energy. You may feel that you're mirroring each other, that there was something that you maybe said or you did that did create this disruption. Yeah, we've got the breakup. And we've got hesitation. So the trust has been broken down in the connection, and both of you are afraid to move forward towards each other, but you're just as afraid to move apart from each other, even though you're in separation. You want to surrender. You've been patient for long enough. That's why you could be coming up with a game plan, trying to figure out what to do next, how to bring this back into union. You want to surrender and let the silence go. You want to break silence, it looks like here. You see the full potential in this person and the connection. The two of you maybe had been very successful with a lot of things, but there are certain little things that were very triggering in the connection. There was a sense of fulfillment. There was more fulfillment than there was bad. So you do feel like if you surrendered and strategized to come towards your person, that maybe you could potentially get them to understand the regrets you have over what happened. Yeah, it looks like you do want to try to communicate with them. You could be asking for confirmation from your guides. Maybe you've asked for signs or synchronicities of potential should you go towards your person and break the silence or not. You could be waiting on confirmation. Maybe you asked for a certain song or a certain animal or a certain flower or certain verbiage that you see in your path at some point in the next time period that you've asked. It looks like you're still waiting for that sign. You're waiting for confirmation from your guides. What's going on in the collective's person's energy? Because they are being silent also. They feel like the trust has been destroyed in the connection. They're making the decision that they can't force something to change in the connection. So they're choosing free will of being silent also, like you are. They're asking for signs and synchronicities too. You're both mirroring each other 100%, exactly the same way. You're waiting for a sign from the universe of when to take action towards your person or if you should initiate the action. Your person is seeing signs and synchronicities from their guides on what they're supposed to do. They're getting hints from the universe about this connection. You are twin flames. So you are soulmates. Twin flames not in union, of course. There's a pull, a magnetic pull with a twin flame that it's like you just don't know why. You can't resist it. That's how you both are feeling. This is the central focus of the reading is. That's why it's so difficult. Do you ever find where sometimes you break up with someone and it's like, oh, it's no big deal. It's over and then you can just detach and move on. But then there are connections like this that you try to detach or you've tried to detach and you just have not been able to let them go. You feel their energy still heavily. Well, of course, they're mirroring you, so they're thinking about you, so the energy's still heavy, but it's because there's a bond there. There's a bond from the past life. There's a reincarnation that's happened in this lifetime that something didn't get completed in the last lifetime. And with that soul tie and that soul bond, it's very, very hard to separate it. When there's no contact, it's even harder because it's like you may try to telepathically communicate, you may try to communicate through dreams, you may try to intuitively figure out what your person's thinking and feeling, and maybe you do feel it or mirror it, but then there's no verbal conversation. So it makes it very intense and very difficult. Looks like you feel like this person was always a blessing in your life. It wasn't something that you regret, and you want to protect this blessing at all cost. I'm hearing water under the bridge. Okay, so there could be some karmic energy collective on your side. You could feel whatever this regret is on your side because it feels like the toxicity your person feels is on your side and the regret you have on your side. So we're going to take ownership on your plate because karmic partner did come out in your energy collective. So now karmic energy can be a person, a place, a belief system, a pattern. Karma is really just a fear and insecurity within yourself that needs to be addressed, something that needs to be looked at and not hidden or covered up. And because you have regret on your side and your person has toxicity, there might be a pattern of some sort that you're holding on to. Maybe you're very insecure and you initiate fights because of your insecurities and your person may feel like it's toxic. So there's something that, even though you have a bond with this person, it's very triggering because you could have brought karma into this connection that makes it very difficult to be in union. And karma really is just a lesson to learn about yourself. Yeah. Maybe you were in your masculine energy. That could be why you guys broke up. If you did have a pattern or belief, maybe you have heavy codependency issues. There's some type of fear or insecurity that you haven't addressed. And your twin feels that it's a toxic, destructive pattern or behavior that you have that has destroyed the connection. And maybe you were in your masculine energy when this last situation happened. Settling. This is your person feeling like they believe they deserve the best in their life when it comes to a partner. And they do believe you are that person. However, there is the elephant in the room of the toxic pattern here. And your person feels like the longer they stay in the connection with you and allow that behavior, the further and further they feel themselves like they're getting less than what they deserve, that they don't deserve to be treated that way. They didn't create your codependency. They didn't create your fears and insecurities. So your person feels like they are lacking the faith that they can come into union until something has been changed in the dynamic of that karmic energy on your side. Family. You could have children with this person. Maybe you guys talked about having children. Either way, you're still part of the same soul family because you are twin flames. There's definitely opinions of people around the two of you. There could be judgment from others on the outside of what the two of you should do. There could be influence from family. Family could be influencing this. Looks like we do have reconciliation, friends. We also have snake. So it feels like you both want reconciliation because you both miss each other, but the trust has been compromised. But there is some naysayers on the outside looming with your person, your twin. is being influenced heavily by the snake energy on their side. So that is something that they need to work through, that they need to not be tempted to be deceived by other people's opinions or thoughts of what they should potentially do. Okay, we do have offer at the bottom of the deck. This is what's being hidden. Both of you want an opportunity to offer reconciliation to come back into union, but only if and when the two of you are actually able to resolve the issues. So let's find out, collective, what is it that you need to do in order to release this karmic energy? What does the collective need to do to finally let go of the karmic energy that they're attached to, so that they could come back into union with their twin, so that they can have reconciliation, have their happily ever after? What does the collective need to do in order to release the karmic energy around them? Queen of Cups. This is about finally surrendering to knowing you are enough. The Queen of Cups is a very mothering, a very nurturing energy. It's about self-love, self-respect. It's about giving it all to yourself first. So if you were conditioned to believe as a child, or other relationships had told you you never deserved enough, or you were never going to be enough, or you were never told you were loved, there's something about with the Queen of Cups, the emotional nurturing aspect maybe was missing as a part of the foundation of your life, that you've created this karmic pattern in your relationships, a sense of codependency or insecurity, because you didn't get it as a solid foundation, potentially either growing up or as a conditioned response from partners that maybe you're with that didn't give it to you. Either way, the Queen of Cups, in order to overcome this karmic void that you're really not addressing, is you have to focus on you, loving you, respecting you, being able to go within and understanding why you react the way you do in certain situations with your person. What is it, the negative looming thought that you have that creates that environment within yourself? And it's a deep dive. With the Queen of Cups, you got to go deep underneath the surface of all the clutter that has been masking it for months, weeks, years, depending on your situation. But your best advice is to focus on you. Maybe do some journaling, maybe do some meditation. And finding the love and the compassion within yourself is going to be something that's really significant if you want reconciliation with your twin. There's things that you have to nurture within your soul, within your own heart. Things that maybe had compromised your own trust within yourself. That you trusted maybe what other people thought or other people believed about you that isn't true. But you conditioned to believe it because that's what people said, or that's what you perceive people thought. And there's a misconception there. So with the Queen of Cups, it's diving deep within yourself and uncovering all of it, getting to the root of the weeds and pulling them out one by one, so that you can really nurture your soul and be happy and be able to let go of the karmic energy that you find is destroying this connection and potentially other connections, especially if you've been carrying it for a very long time. It could be something that you're wearing it like a backpack as your protective coat or measure in every relationship you've been in. It's finally time to release it and let it go. And then once you do that, let's see what's going to happen. If you're able to work through that, what's going to happen with the collective and their person? Okay, we've got the Nine of Swords. So you will go through a period of transition of working through these fears and insecurities. It's going to be a tough thing to do, but it's something that you will be able to do. And look at this. We've got the Sun. So you could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you could be a Leo with the Sun card. You can heal yourself, and you can have your happily ever after with your twin. But if you try to have reconciliation with your twin before addressing these issues on your side, you're not going to be able to have reconciliation, because your person doesn't want to feel like they have to settle themselves and their own happiness to allow you to stay on your ego and your pride. Because the ego and pride is really just the mask that puts you up on your pedestal, and the karmic energy is what's underneath that pedestal of things that you have to let go of the ego and pride to get to the bottom of the root of the problem. But it looks like if you do that and you heal through that, you could have your happily ever after. You can have that reconciliation. You can bring back life into that connection. And you guys can really warm up to the idea of having reconciliation and no longer be in separation. Okay, collective, that is what I have for you. If you do want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. If you could like and comment the video, I would appreciate it. Have a great day. Bye.